So I've probably watched just about all of Jordan Peterson's content online pre-DailyWire. Since he joined the DailyWire, not so much. And that's what I'm wondering. Has anybody else noticed, like, I don't feel like, I feel like the DailyWire has, maybe there are contracts in the background that end up diminishing his content. I think that his content before the Daily Wire was wildly inspirational and transformative, maybe life-changing probably for a lot of people. But the Daily Wire stuff, I think that it's a disservice to all of us, including him, because the content since he joined that just has not been the same. I know for sure that within the contracts there are certain constraints put on what he can say, which he must have chosen to agree to. But yeah, I think that there's also this force of being forced to make new content all the time, versus the stuff before the Daily Wire is content that he has refined over decades as a professor and personally. And so those kind of recycled thoughts and opinions and ideas that he had refined, which he wrote, based his lecture or his in-person talks on, and his books on, and his Harvard lectures on, like, those all have stood the test of time, versus putting out new content could be a bit emotional. Sometimes you look back 5 or 10 or 20 years, or even just 6 months, you look back on an opinion that you had formulated based on new information, and then you change your mind as you have time to refine it and reflect and learn more, and get more clarity surrounding the situation. So anyway, I even saw Jordan Peterson in person, and like I said, I must have been a Jordan Peterson addict, because there's a lot of content online, and I do believe that I saw all of it, probably most of it, multiple times before he joined the Daily Wire. But after the Daily Wire, I kind of lost interest, because I felt like there was some sort of constraint and some kind of forced content creation that I almost feel like was this strategic for Ben Shapiro to take Jordan Peterson in and kind of silence him or twist him a little bit in order to gain control over his wild popularity. Obviously, adding him to the Daily Wire is going to increase viewership at the Daily Wire, but also it kind of twists the arm of this, it exerts control over him. And maybe at the time Jordan Peterson was okay with that, because he was maybe a bit fragile, because of the personal stuff that he had been, health things that he had been going through in his personal life. And he just wanted something a little bit more stable. Maybe, I don't know, but let me know what you think. The day that Jordan Peterson quits the Daily Wire, or for whatever reason there's a severance, I think that, I hope that the content goes back to being that amazing quality that it was before. And, he gets to edit it differently. So let me know if you share the same opinion.